So, the intention of this little fishing clip is to have no bloke yodeling. What do I mean by bloke yodeling? Letting out squeals like hyenas on crystal meth, or those high-pitched whinnies like some horse that's been stabbed in the rump by some veterinarian with a needle. There'll be no mentioning of any form of product every 10 seconds, and there will be an avoidance of the crushing overburden of vapid cliches such as, sounds like a plan, you've come through, nice stuff, a very happy camper, how special was that, awesome. So I neglected to switch the camera on until this fish. You missed, unfortunately, the spankingly large black brim that I'd fought and kept. It's actually sitting in a plastic bag on the boat. We forgot the esky. You'll see it in the background later on in the clip. However, I did switch the camera on for this nice yellowfin brim, which I released because we already had a feed.
Oh, I like it. I don't know how many species that is. I did say to the guy on the wharf we were going for the multi-species challenge.
So Peter started wiggling sexy surface lures across the glass, and a series of tailor started leaping towards them. Can I just point out, it's not the wiggle part but the sexy part that attracts the tailor. If you can't do the sexy part, then don't use surface lures. And Peter was demonstrating the sexy part exceptionally well on this particular day. Tailor after tailor. Clear water, a lure salaciously fan dancing across the surface, and we just happened to run across a tailor that was both turned on and nearsighted. The damn thing literally leapt over the top of the lure and missed it completely.
That one dived over the top. It was that eager that it missed the lure completely.
And catching tailor is fun, don't get me wrong, but when you're surrounded by a potpourri of species, a change the lure and then hooking up to a silver trevally is great fun. Oh, there it is. Oh, that was my big black brim sitting on the bench. Probably, it was a Ziploc bag, so it wasn't completely unhygienic, and it wasn't a hot day. It was overcast and quite cool. So, it's probably best if you always carry an esky. But nobody perished from eating it. No hospital visits.
It's like Swan Lake.
Damn it. There's simply not enough ballet occurring on fishing boats across Australia. Culture isn't just yogurt. Pas de deux should be accepted in fishing parlance and become part of the piscatorial lexicon.
The obvious thing here is they want something subsurface. Yeah, you're right. Well done. Woohoo! Oh, nearly a double hooker. Yeah.
It's not a double hookup, it's a pas de deux. A pas de deux. Holy shuddering carbuncles, it's difficult to raise the culture level of a fishing vessel these days. I wonder whether we could get sponsorship from the Australian Ballet. The size of casting decks these days, you could probably do a version of the Nutcracker Suite while bass fishing. That'd be an interesting concept. Probably stream it around the world. Now this whiting was foul hooked on a vibe. The mouth of the fish was much smaller than the hooks on the lure, and this is where the art of foul hooking is invaluable. Try practicing foul hooking in your bedroom at home. Set yourself up and try to foul hook first of all, say, a shoe, and then a night table. Then maybe move outside and see if you can foul hook a passing motorist. Remember, practice makes perfect. Not to be overshadowed, Peter decided that he'd also hook a whiting, and it was his first whiting on a lure. And you should note that we are both complete, utter and absolute crap fishermen. But we aren't struggling with this lure caper. We're catching fish on lures. So if you're using lures and you're not catching fish, I recommend that you take up lawn bowls. But definitely don't take up archery. So Peter hooked up and landed a nice yeller, which meant that for the day, both slippers by the fire, stay at home black brim, and let's go for a romp along the beach yellowfin brim were caught. So, after a good day catching a wide variety of fish and with a feed, it was time to yo-ho and skedaddle back to the wharf.